Hello everybody, my name is Doug Medhin, aka you can call me Doug or Gobblecock, and this is the Slab Lounge. Oh man, I love that. The reason why I'm calling it is the Slab Lounge, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Joining me right now is Kevin Bradley, aka Kaptain K. A bit on him is that Kaptain K actually is a writer. He's a comedy writer for Mad Hen House, as well as a paralegal, and is just an overall well-rounded badass who goes for his law degree. Excuse me. As for me, I'm an instructor. I teach computer science as well as as well as game design, and yeah. So the reason why we call it the Slab Lounge is actually because me and Kaptain K, we go ways back during our days in Arizona. There was this one slab of stone that me, Kaptain K, and a bunch of other friends would frequent, and we'd thus be known as the Slab Gang. And then there was a rival gang that tried to steal our territory. We put them down hardcore, pieces of fucking shit. So the Slab Lounge will basically be us just talking about random bullshit. And what better way to kick things off than anime? Because I recently wanted to start watching anime again, and I unfortunately started watching Berserk, the 2016 one. Oh, and that's a notification on my phone. Stupid phone. Sorry. Anything to add, Kaptain K?
Well, I'm amazed you still have eyes. But
I know. I mean, Jesus. Okay, so, the reason. Okay, look. I'm.
You can't even make a good explanation for it.
Look. I can't. Yes, I am a Berserk fan. It must be said that, yes, I am a Berserk fan. And I really did give this anime a chance. And I think most people are down on it, myself included, is actually because it was such a downgrade from the Berserk OVAs, which is saying something considering how, the OVAs CG effects, they were fucking awesome. Really good. At least, did you watch any of them, or?
Oh, no, I watched them when they came out because I was just curious if they were going to redo the arcs properly with it.
I heard they kind of did, but, because I know they skipped over, some stuff, like how Guts just appears in front of Casca or whatever, after he leaves. Because, he was supposed to be,
to be fair...
Huh?
But to be fair, the anime skipped around regardless, even in the one before then, because there were arcs that they kind of just jumped over and were like, yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
Because I was going to say, manga-wise, before the Berserk 2017 starts, officially, there's an arc that's supposed to exist around that's in the gap of when the old series ended and when this new one started, and they didn't do that one. And so then it makes it a little weird, canonically, because characters are popping up who he shouldn't even be anywhere near yet. And it's like, oh, they're here. Why?
That is true. I mean, yeah, that is very true. I don't know, it's just weird. I mean, it's you get... Yes, the CG is terrible, okay? It is. It really... But I will say that...
There's no way to get around that. So.
No, there is... I mean, well, if you... Okay, so...
Well, the main issue isn't actually the fact that the CG is terrible. The issue is that the CG is terrible, but it's also infused with hand-drawn. So both exist in the same media trying to exist simultaneously. You can literally see the sketch drawing on one character when you can see the body model construction on the other character, and you're like, how do you two not see each other are wrong?
Yeah.
How can you look at each other and not be like, you seem a little too realistic, and be like, you seem a little squiggly.
mean,
So that's really what screws them over more than anything else. Is just they tried to fuse two styles and didn't do it well.
agreed.
So visually, it's a nightmare for your eyes, even though you're trying to pay attention to the story.
Yeah, because to Berserk's credit, and that's saying something about me and Berserk. I know I told you this like a while ago. Me and fantasy, we don't really get along very well. I mean, like, I'll watch like the what's legally required, like, Lord of the Rings. But other than that, like, I'm a bigger sci-fi junkie than anything else. In fact, it took me 3 tries to get into Game of Thrones. 3 fucking tries, and it was the longest. Oh.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that even if you start liking a character, they're gonna die.
Well,
that probably didn't help any.
To be fair. Yeah, that is true. The reason why I couldn't get into Game of Thrones for the first 2 times was because it was so fucking slow and boring. At least Berserk it starts off with a fucking battle, and then, like, Guts does some Guts things with his Guts sword and his Guts milk. And, you know what I mean?
All the guts. All of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference, though, because in Berserk's purposes, it's like, hey, this world is bleak and destructive, and you're gonna die, and so they don't need to be like, hey, you need to have hope. But in Game of Thrones, you kind of have to be like, hey, this technically isn't the worst, so yeah. I mean, like, even through the series, when you think about it, what's the worst they dealt with? 3 dragons? A disease that turns you to stone if you happen to be in a particular area that you contaminate it or somebody else touches you. Berserk has weird ghost dogs that run in the night. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. I will say
the scaling of danger is, like, completely different.
Yeah. I will say this much about the Berserk anime series, though. This has to be said. I think Skull Knight looks better in that than he did in the fucking OVAs. Like, that's just my personal opinion on that matter.
Depends on which scenes. There's some scenes they have him looking a little weird. He looks blatantly like I get he's otherworldly, but he blatantly in some angles doesn't look like he should even be in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's rendered too fancy for the goddamn anime, because you look at everything else that's bleak, and then he's walking on diamonds sparkling with CG greatness, and you're like, the fuck is this? Like, it's one, like I said, it's just because of their style that they did it. His design's cool, but when he sits in the world that's also created,
mm-hmm.
it's frightening, because it's just so out of context that you're just like, did he just break into this world?
Right? Oh my god.
Well, I don't think he was made here.
For the record, this is not a knock on, like, any CG anime, okay? I mean, like, I think I should clear that up, because, like, I know, like, some, like, purists are going to be...
Oh, no, there's some good CG anime, and there's some companies that do it well to where it's secretly in even hand-drawn or anything else, and you can only barely tell.
Yeah.
It's just Berserk did it badly, because I assume budget. Like,
oh, yeah.
Wholeheartedly, I just assume budget, because there's no way you took that, got Berserk, knew everybody loved it, knows everybody has loved it all the time, and then went, I'm going to sit on that. I'm going to sit on it so hard. Like, no.
I'm gonna sit
no.
on it. Oh, dude, you want to talk about what, like, CG anime looks bad? I mean, like, Berserk looks bad, but it is miles better looking, in my personal opinion, than, like, Earwig, that witch thing that Studio Ghibli's doing. Have you seen that?
I see bits and pieces, but not enough to really, like, have an actual opinion on.
I mean, everything looks so lifeless in that. Like, I watched the entire trailer, I'm like, the fuck is this? I mean, I get, like, Studio Ghibli is, like, trying to, like, focus on new mediums, and I get that, considering how, you know, as awesome as it is for them to stay hand-drawn animation, that is a huge budget, and those costs pile up, so, like, I am all for them, like, you know, expanding their horizons, but like the CG anime in the CG effects that they use just makes all the characters look lifeless and blah. X-Arm looks better than what I saw, and X-Arm was just budget bullshit Ruby. Oh my god, that was so awful what I saw. I was like, no, Ghibli, no. I mean, I know, Hayao Miyazaki's not touching it, because he's working on his own thing with, and he says it's apparently like 15% done. So, like...
Yeah.
So, I
he's just like, y'all can do that over there. Go ahead. Go ahead and have that.
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Earwig came out, right, and, like, everybody hated on it, and then Miyazaki comes out with his things like, yeah, this is our version of, like, saying sorry, so I hope all is well. And for the record, I really do hope, I really do have hope for that Earwig movie, because, like, other than Tales of Earthsea, I really have never had a bad experience with any Ghibli film other than Tales of Earthsea. I haven't watched that cat statue movie, but that's because, I have no interest in it.
Dubbed Porco Rosso is difficult for me. Not subtitled, but dubbed. Oh, that dub. So horrible. Like, all the extra side actors sound more invested than the main actors. Oh. The token old lady sounds amazing. The villagers, amazing. Random people on the boat, amazing. Main actor, who's supposed to be, I believe it's Michael Douglas, sounds like he was randomly at home on a telephone reading the page and didn't even know this was the part.
Oh my god.
He doesn't even sound like he's in the... Like, you can almost hear the feedback sound. Like, he's not there. We just got a recording of him, and we're just trying to cut out the back. Like, it's so horrible. It just made me cry. And then you go watch it in the actual subtitle, and you're like, oh, okay, it's kind of good now. Like, when people aren't horrible voice acting it.
Well, I mean, like, to be fair, I'm the exact same way when I'm watching, like, Black Lagoon. That's mainly because all the actors are fine in Black Lagoon, save for Rock, the main character, because he's voiced by the same dude who did Catra in Gundam Wing, and my god, every time I hear that voice, strangle him. I hate that voice act. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that person, like, in real life. I just don't want him voicing... It's like listening to Steve Bloom over and over and over again.
Cool at all.
He's
alright.
So, like, I can't watch the dubbing at all for Black Lagoon. And Black Lagoon has some really good talent behind it, except for, Catra. So I just watch, every time I watch Black Lagoon, I have to listen to the Japanese dub. But, like, it still has its perks. When Revy... like, just exploded on that one dude talking English. Like, you hear the Japanese voice actress, she's, like, doing English. And it's one of the most amazing and adorable things I've ever heard. I was just like, I love you, Revy. I love Revy.
You gotta fit the part, English.
She was like, what the fuck? Bullshit!
She is authentic.
Wait, what?
But I mean, to be fair, I get that because I'm that way with Soul Eater. Soul Eater's dub hurts my soul with each character. Not to mention that Black Star basically sounds like a girl, because it basically is a girl. Kid sounds annoying and not like he normally did. It's just Maka's kind of the same, but it's Maka, so it's fine.
I was the exact same.
It's not that Maka's not.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's not that Maka's not important to the story, but as a character, she can kind of stand as she is and be like, all right.
I'm kind of the same way with Naruto, because, like, oh my god, the Naruto dubbing, that was painful. I mean, really fucking painful. I could not. And then fucking Toonami for the longest time kept calling it Naruto, and it was just all like, oh my god, shut up,
Naruto, you want to see them Naruto hours? You're like, why?
Right? Oh my god.
But I mean, But I get you on that, because at the same time, it's like my sudden discovery of my hatred in Super, for not hatred, but my not being able to watch Super in Japanese because of Goku's voice actor.
Oh!
In normal talk, and in anything else is fine, but in Super, there's more screaming. So you get that girly female Goku scream who's over here powering up to his max form, but sounds like a 7-year-old. So it's a bit awkward. It was only fixed when you get later in the tournament and you get Ultra Instinct, and then they give him this reverb bass sound, and you're like, okay, you sound cool now. But then any other time, he's just like talking. You're like, why are you 7? Your son sounds older than you. The actor for Gohan sounds older than you, and it's the same actor. So that means she's going out of her way to sound older than the father. Like, it's wrong.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That is so true, though. Like, oh my god, fucking.
Like, nothing to her. She's a great voice actress. I 100. But in terms of Goku, it bugs me. It bugs me so bad.
Oh my god, like, I'm imagining Goku in, like, a shout match with Banshee from, the X-Men. So you hear about, like, Banshee just, like, yeah! Like, really loud, and, like, Goku's like,
if it's Japanese voice actor, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. If it's that one. If it's the American, maybe not. He doesn't. He has decent pipes, but not the same pipes.
No, he does not.
But that Japanese voice actor, that woman, she was wearing the fuck out of it. You know Goku is charging. In the middle of combat, you can blatantly tell which one is making sound, whether that's Goku, Frieza, or whoever. You can tell. You know.
Yeah, that is so...
Because in those battles, you always hear all their sounds, but when Goku's doing it, you're like, yep, that's Goku. But to be fair, it's the same with Frieza.
Oh, really?
Because Japanese Frieza is a very specific voice, too.
Oh, yeah, like, seriously, like, oh my god, like, I cannot maintain that kind of voice, like, at all. And, like, well, you've heard,
even the laugh.
Yeah, it's just, and it's not just that, like, alright, I'll give that, that voice actor credit where credit is due. That version of Frieza sounds really fucking evil whenever he's just doing the laugh or just talking, and I'm just all like, wow, that Frieza is an evil piece of shit, and I love it. Like, that I love. But, like, if I'm...
Except for that
Frieza
one
yelling,
moment.
I can't do Frieza yelling. That's just... You can hear that in the back of your eyes.
No, the one special moment. Anytime Frieza has to appear on the scene in Japanese subtitling, that yell, that first initial yell he does, that you automatically know it's Frieza even if Frieza wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, it's that specific, and it's interesting for the voice actor, because the yell is so high-pitched up from where the Frieza talking tone. Because, like, he does the yell, and then you're like, oh god, and then he shows up, and you're like, oh, you talk like a guy. Okay. Like, that was the thing that was different for Frieza. It's like, in the dub acting, Frieza always kind of sound like, okay, you might be a girl. You might.
He just sounds like, okay.
Like, it's just, like, first time you see Frieza, you did not go, yeah, that's a man in a chair, waiting. Like, no. You did not think that, and then look over at Zarbon and be like, yeah, Frieza's definitely a man. Keep them folks in them Speedos. Oh, yeah. Like, no. Well, no one thought that.
Well, okay, in terms of, like, which voice... okay, which one do you think pulled off the better Frieza in terms of, like, American dubbing? Like, the current Frieza, that's... well, I mean, it's still the same, like, cast from Funimation. Or Karibo.
Dubbing. Huh. animation?
Ooh.
Slightly.
Fair enough. I mean, like, it's just they sound kind of similar, but one, like, I don't know, like when he's, shut your face, woman! And then...
Yeah. When those yells come in for those particular lines, you can be like, oh, I know my Frieza.
Fair enough. But, like, yeah, because, like, dubbing can be really hit or miss. Like, one dubbing that I really enjoyed was, the Funimation Shin-Chan, but that's because I love that. I love Shin-Chan. Oh, I really wish they had a 4th season. I'd kill for a 4th season of Shin-Chan. Just, I love it all in my face.
You never know. It might exist. It might come to fruition.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's ultimately Sony's decision at this point, because, like, they own Funimation. I think they own Crunchyroll, or are they trying to sell that off? I forgot. Like, either way, they still, like, Sony been making a ton of moves in, like, the anime bit. If that makes any sense, because, like, they with Funimation, since they bought Funimation, they pretty much have a lockdown on everything Western dub anime with the Funimation purchase.
Yeah, there's only a few companies that even exist outside of Funimation that still make stuff. It's not like the old days where there were like 1,600 of them scattered around. Now it's like there's like 5.
I think the only one that stood any ground at that point was, like, 4Kids, and, like, I think 4Kids is dead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much... They've gotten to a point where they were notorious for their bad dubbings, and people kind of avoided it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
like it wasn't that people didn't like the shows, it's just they'd be like, oh, I watched the 4Kids dubbing, and then they'd later acquire the other dubbing and be like, oh.
Yeah, the 4Kids dubbing is
because even when you think about Shaman King and like One Piece,
oof.
If you compare 4Kids dubbing to the actual dubbing,
oh yeah, like I heard bad stories on One Piece. Ooh, I heard because One Piece never really interested me, and I know people that are like, "Dog, you're an ass. Watch One Piece." I don't watch all that anyway. But like, even I heard those stories.
It's my issues that you have with Mob. It's the animation style. I can't do it.
Well, I mean,
like later on, it looks better, but I still have to know what happens in the beginning, and the beginning bothers me.
Fair enough. I mean, like anime. Well, I mean, I really shouldn't talk because like I watch Berserk, yet I won't watch like Mob Psycho because like that animation. Which is weird because I love the hell out of One Punch Man, but like speaking of, what the hell is One Punch Man? Huh?
I'm not sure, but I was gonna say, but also One Punch Man also got a different studio somewhere around their 2nd season, so that's the other reason the animation's there. If you look at the season 1 and then look at season 2, you can blatantly tell that the studios changed.
Oh, yeah.
Because things did get better. It did get more crisp. Like certain scenes pop out more.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did all the right stuff. But Mob was like, okay, this is our aesthetic. We like it. And then they stayed with it. And it didn't go to another studio, so they were just like, we like this. People watching it. It's cool.
Yeah.
And so that's how.
God, you want to talk about an anime that has to switch studios like on the fucking regular? Attack on Titan. They cannot have like one animation studio. They're always like bouncing around like a motherfucker. And like,
They must, because no one is prepared for the complications of that story.
Okay. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Well, no. For the record, I am an Attack on Titan fan. So
I'm not saying in like the most amazing sense. I'm saying like in the way the story takes you. You're just kind of like, wait. Okay.
I was just going to suggest maybe that the animation studio got eaten by Titans.
I mean,
that would be so
I don't even feel like that's a good explanation. That would explain why Berserk stays unfinished for all eternity, considering how long it's existed. That makes sense if the Titans came and ate them and they have to get new people.
Actually, I heard like, because I was watching Game Grumps one time, and Aaron, he touched base on like one of the reasons why the Berserk creator, I forget the guy's name, he went on an extended hiatus. One of the reasons why he went on an extended hiatus was because of Animal Crossing for the 3DS, the new Leaf one, and like I was just all like, that is actually a fairly good reason as to why you want to go on hiatus. That game was fucking fun. So yeah, you just
Got fantastic.
yeah, something Kentaro something. God damn it, I forgot the guy's name. Anyway, so like yeah,
Mira.
like huh?
Mira.
Yeah, there you go, Kentaro Mira. And he was just all like, "Yeah, I'm going on an extended high. I love Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm sorry, that's just yeah." God,
I mean, when you make a series like that, you have your choices. You can do it. You can be like, hey, I can make this for you, or I can take some me time. You got time. Like, you're waiting for his art. You got time.
oh man, but yeah, like fuck, I forget like how many like because like. The only other anime that I'm really looking forward to at this point is like Castlevania, but if you want to call that an anime, but but like its final season's gonna go down, and I'm just like, oh man, because that series was actually consistently good and released on a consistent basis. Oh,
but I understand their situation with that. Why they're kind of going into a final season because they don't want to milk it too hard to where they is bad.
Oh yeah,
because to be fair, Castlevania Games didn't learn that very well. They're like, hey, how many times can we bring back Dracula this week? So, I mean, like, as soon as you kill them all, oh, well, here's this new game, Dracula's back. There are other people! There were other vampires! Let Dracula sleep! Dear God!
Yeah. Well, oh man, like, I wanted to make this one parody, where like, cause it was called like Castlevania Lords of Realty, and essentially after Dracula got like his shit wrecked again, he goes to this realtor who like takes him window shopping for other castles for him to like buy. I really couldn't go anywhere with that because I didn't know, like, I didn't have any like really good jokes other than that premise. Ugh. God, I wish I could, like, but then Konami started acting like a fucking bastard, so I just put that, like, I basically, farted on that parody and said, you're never gonna be made. I'll make a Bloodstained, parody out of respect to, Koji Igarashi, but, like, I won't pay any respect to Konami. Fuck them.
You get that. Konami has fallen out of their favor long ago. No.
Well, I had one of the reasons why I didn't like Konami before like the internet collectively hated them was what they did with Hudson Soft. For those who don't know Hudson Soft, they were the guys behind like Bloody Roar, Bonk, huh?
Yeah, I played Bloody Roar. I'm aware of them.
Yeah. And like they did really good work with Naruto games because they did something. It was called Naruto Genkido Ninja Taisen. It was exclusive to the GameCube. So what Konami did was they bought them out and essentially just sat on all their properties and never releasing anything. I mean, like, we're talking about the guys that released fucking Bomberman, and like the respect that they give Bomberman was like next to none. Like, fuck Konami, man. Such a shame.
And that was the same thing when they tried to bring Bomberman back and did it.
No, they didn't want to. It was just a token piece of shit. They didn't care about bringing back one of the most beloved motherfuckers. Konami can go can fuck a goat. They can fuck all the goats. I mean, every single one of the goats, until one of the goats just sues them for sexual harassment. Wow, harassment. I can't even English anymore.
Wow. Also, I don't know if that goat can do that. Is this a world where we acknowledge goat law? Because our Constitution kind of requires you to be a person. So, So how's that gonna work for goat law?
All the goat needs to do is just go up to the judge, go like, "Man," and like the judge will be like, "Yes, I understand. I understand you completely. You are a person that is also a goat. You are a goat person. Hey, Goat Simulator existed, man. That means they counted that goat as a person. Fuck you." I'm using the logic of I'm using the logic that was given to me by the Democratic Republic of Go Fuck Yourself.
To be fair on that, Goat Simulator simulates goats destroying everything, not living a normal life.
Hey, I know.
Goat does not go to the store and purchase milk and go home.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. I've seen a goat purchase milk. I would love to see like that. Oh my god! Like I would love to see a goat purchase milk from Guts and like see what the hell would happen there. Because like like Guts would just like destroy everything to give the goat the milk that the goat wanted to buy. And oh my god, I'm taking this way too far, aren't I?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a fun word to say. Say it. Say it. Say it, Captain K. Say it with me.
But I've already said goat.
Thank you. But yeah, oh man, anime. I could talk about anime for like fucking hours, dude. Oh my god.
There's enough to do it.
Yeah. There's you'll have like some of the best ones out there, like fucking oh god, I remember. I don't know if I should say this. So I'm not gonna say who her name is, but like one of my exes, she never actually watched a Miyazaki flick, right? Huh?
She's never watched a Miyazaki film.
Well, I'm not gonna fault her for it. I was just like, because there are people that haven't watched Star Wars, or there are people that haven't watched Lord of the Rings. So I'm like, I'm not gonna fault her for it. But what I will fault her for is like, she was all like, "Hey, can we watch this movie?" And she wanted to watch Grave of the fucking Fireflies, and I'm just all like,
"You want to sit and watch? You want to watch the tearjerker of sadness?" Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
So like, are you fucking kidding me? And she's crying.
You can watch a flying castle, but yes, you want to watch people die slowly. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah, I tried to warn her too. I'm like, look, let's not watch that. Let's watch because I was trying to lean more towards Spirited Away or Kiki's Delivery Service because I really wanted to score with her. But what? I'm a guy. Fuck you. Anyway, but she was all like dead set on wanting to watch Grave of the Fireflies, thinking it would be like epic or something because she liked the title of the movie. And then we started watching the movie. We couldn't even get through halfway before she like turned it off and started just like crying. I'm just all like, it's okay. I understand.
You picked the most. You picked one of the most depressing movies. Not inadvertently, because no one knew at the time. Like, hey, Grave the Fireflies. Okay, even though the name Grave's in it, it's from Miyazaki. Yeah, how bad could it be? Tears. All the tears.
Oh my god! And I'm just all.
It's not even because it's bad. It's like, it's so good, but it hurts.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Hey, kids, if any of you are watching this, who shouldn't be watching this because we talk about bad stuff, why don't you watch Grave of the Fireflies? You'll love it. You'll be so happy with it. Oh my god, Grave of the Fireflies. Talk about it. Why would you want
to see how to have a fulfilling life? Watch Grave of the Fireflies. Right? There's your fulfilling life.
Oh my god! Like, And, like, later, so, eventually, like, I did get her to watch another, Miyazaki flick. This time it was Princess Mononoke. At the very least, like, she didn't, it was a little better. I mean, like, well, no, it wasn't a little better. It was a lot better because she didn't cry or any of that. I mean, like, but, like, oh my god. Oh, that was, like, of all Jesus, why don't you just watch, like, fucking Requiem for a Dream while you're at it? I mean, Jesus Christ, that movie? Right off the bat? Like, oh, god damn it.
with that one, you have a moment of realization where you're watching that and you're like, oh, this movie's going to be fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But like Grave of the Fireflies kind of just swoops it on you because it's all peaceful and nice. And then everything else. And then from that moment on, you are never happy. And you're like, holy, compared to all his other works, it sits in drastic contrast. Because all the other ones have this moment of like, oh, you feel good at the end, you're happy. And that one's just like, no, none.
Yeah, that is so
you came here to cry.
That's something like Barefoot Gen never got, I guess. I mean, because like Barefoot Gen, you know, for the record, I'm not knocking Barefoot Gen because that was actually written by a fucking like Hiroshima survivor.
No.
Yeah.
And its story makes sense too because it's the same thing. It's a sad story, but it's understandably why it's a sad story.
Yeah,
it's just
like
you didn't expect it from Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah. Grave of the Fireflies did not end with hope. Barefoot Gen did. But like, I'm not knocking Barefoot Gen. Lord knows I will never knock Barefoot Gen. Like, if you anybody tries to knock Barefoot Gen, you deserve to get like, you know, your balls kicked or something. Like, just kicked in the mid area. Because like, oh my god, if you, why would you knock that? Okay, I'm done dwelling on that subject. Anyway, point is like, that's the main difference between Gen and Fireflies. Fireflies ended on a really sad note. Gen kinda didn't. I mean, like, they were like, hey, there's still hope because this is growing and my hair's coming back. Yay!
Yeah. It's all about like, oh yes, being, you know, surviving the hardships. Whereas Grave Firefly's like, the hardships are here. But
yeah.
Like that's really like there's no around it, there's no doing it. It's just like, you're gonna die. Mm-hmm. The story is eventually going to have you die. I'm sorry. You're gonna die.
Much.
Like there's no the story didn't even give a hint of like, you might I'm gonna die.
Right? No. Like no. Oh god, no.
I mean it's at the point of like there's an anime that's tone is not as serious, but you kind of get the same sense, which is Book of Bentora. Book of Bentora, on the first episode, pretty sure, if I remember correctly, at least 4 of the main characters die.
Wow, okay. That's a great way to start things off.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's replacements. They'll die later, too.
I like that. Oh, there were replacements. They'll die later.
No, like, the whole series, it's weird. It's like if Game of Thrones had wanted to be an anime, but gave even less fucks about killing people off. Because the first 2 to die at the beginning of the series, I don't even know what their name is until like 3 episodes later when someone else is talking about the fact that they died. You don't even learn their name when they die, but they're part of the main group.
Okay.
But they're in the final 2 episodes. because at the end of the series, the battle is pretty much taking place in the world of the dead. So every character that you just saw die through the whole series is now back for this final part.
Yeah, that kind of sounds
so
like...
It's like
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so it kind of throws you off in the beginning. Plus, the whole premise is weird, because it's like... It's an interesting premise until the anime pushes it forward. So, okay. If you die, you can become a book. Your memories are a book. And it's not like a book. It's like, here's a giant stone tablet. I'm going to put my hand on it. You're going to send your memories into my head so that I read your memories like a book in my head. It's not like, oh, I got to go over here and read these chapters. It's like, no, you just... But they still call them books. And you follow the group of librarians who manage these books. Librarian is a very loose term. Very loose. Because managing the books basically means don't come in there stealing people's soul and information or we're going to kill you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. The books are people's souls. It has information and stuff. They keep the record. If you go in there to try, like, if you wanted to find out something about your loved one who died, you go to the library and go look up the book of your loved one, and you go touch it and find out what you want to know.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's how it works. Instead of going to a grave, you would go to the library and be like, memories. Like, what did they last see? Or stuff like that. Or if they lied to you, you could go see, because you're in their memories. They're dead. They can't lie to you. It doesn't really work.
Wow, talking about, Soylent books, seriously. It's made of people!
It is. But it's even weirder than that, though, because it's like, okay, you become books, but somewhere near the end of the story, you suddenly get hit with the real premise of the whole anime, which is like, hey, everybody becomes books because this other god is sitting over here that's trapped, that comes out, that's planning to read them all and consume them. And you're like, wait, what?
Did they say a Chrono Trigger?
Like, that's literally what, like, you didn't know about the big bad. They didn't even apply anything implying towards it till, like, somewhere around the last 5 episodes when the main character dies. But then she's not dead, but she is. So, I know that sounds weird, but just trust me.
Okay.
But she's not dead, but she is. She's awesome. I love her. She's the best thing about that series. Like, she is. Tom Hughes is the best thing about that series.
Well, I mean, like, I really can't, add anything to that, so, I mean, I've never watched it.
I don't know where to go with people becoming books and people dying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you get a chance to see it, I would say at least watch a few episodes, but don't freak out if you suddenly just start seeing people die like flies. Like, it's part of the plot.
Well,
it's gonna happen.
That's the same shit Evangelion had to do, or the last episode of, or the end of Evangelion, like, did. It killing off characters left and right. The only difference is, like, at least the anime you're talking about was planned. The reason why the end of Evangelion happened was because the creator of it was so pissed off at the fan backlash. He's like, alright, here's what I'm going to do as an ending. All of your favorite characters are dead with the exception of 2, possibly.
Yeah, and even those 2 are questionable because it kind of depends. Depends on what you want to classify as living for some point.
Yeah, because, that happened, and, like, yeah.
Well, I mean, in the history of anime that do that, Gilgamesh did it. Like, the actual anime Gilgamesh in its evilness. Because, I mean, to be fair, if you want to get grim, Gilgamesh took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And that was a whole different... Even the ending part of it was just like, okay, yeah, alright. It's like the world ends. Okay. So the only people left is this one girl that was in a cocoon that we thought was dead anyway. And then there's some weird kid that looks like the woman from before who we just watched die during the world end. And then all of a sudden the girl murders that kid and smiles. And you're just like, okay. Alright. So you're the last person existing in all time and space and you murdered the only other person. And you smile about it. Cool.
Oh, yeah, now I remember who you're talking about. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gilgamesh is a fucked up ending because I watched the series through it, and the whole way I'm like, okay, the world's going to end, but it'll be like remade something, right? And it's like, no. World's dead. Just dead, and we're going to murder a child at the end of it. And I'm like, what? You already fucked me over when you revealed, like, the weird insecty soldier people were cloned babies that were raised in sheep. Like, that's too much already. And then now this. That series was insanity.
Yeah. But you want to hear about something weird? Okay, so, like, Vegeta can instant transmission? Like, apparently that's a thing? Because, like, cause one of the things I got is, like...
learning it and just not saying anything. I could see him doing.
But what? Like, how... Okay. I mean, like, I think it's weird, like, because he went to, like, Goku's place where, like, what was it called? Yardrat, there you go. Or Yard... Whatever, how you're pronouncing it.
Yardrat.
Okay. So, and he started doing, like, the training to do instant transmission, and like, because, like, wants to be, like, a space cadet, I think? It's during, like, some Morrow arc, and I have no idea.
Yeah, he's joining the Galaxy Police.
Oh, he is.
He's going to be like one of those people with Jocko.
Well, I mean, like, well, to be fair, I'd be fine with that. I mean, I don't know what
you had to think about it for a second. You weren't 100% sure.
Well, no, because I'm picturing Vegeta in like the cadet uniform, like all purple pinkish with that stupid logo vest thing in the middle.
I don't think he's gonna win.
I would kill to see that. Well, no, I take that back. I would kill to see Vegeta cross-dressing, but that's a different story all in and of itself.
Yeah, you're probably not winning that one unless Bulma has something up her sleeve.
Wait, I have an idea. Hey, if anybody's listening that's actually a 2D artist, draw Vegeta in a tutu. Just do it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so awesome if they did. Oh, please do that.
And that's how the internet was broken.
Vegeta in a tutu? Yeah. Oh, man.
Destroys everything.
Oh, come on. You've never actually, just said, you know what? I want to see that character doing this. I want to see, shit. I want to see Kenshin, from Rurouni Kenshin, just riding a unicycle.
Oh, no. He can do that. He's shown it. He could do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was like, he could do it. He's shown that he could do it.
I mean, I
because there was that one. But if I had something like that, it would be more interesting. It would be like going Sashomaru from Inuyasha going to Burger King. Something that you can't even possibly conceive how the hell this is gonna go.
I can see it now. He's all like, "What is a Whopper?" And the little girl's like, "I want a Happy Meal." Oh, and Burger King's like, we don't have Happy Meals. McDonald's has Happy Meals. I want a Happy Meal. And oh man, oh my god, that was.
So it's like you said, I could have it my way.
I can have it my. Okay, wow, that's awesome. You know what's weird? Well, actually, you know what? I'll bring that up later. But no, I'll bring that up another time because no, I want to stay focused on the anime topic rather than just deviate some more. Oh man, but let me think about another fun scenario. Shit. No, not that one.
Scenario.
Fuck. I'm drawing a blank. Kaiba masturbating to Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, Blue Eyes. Yeah. That's it. Hey, Seto, you have to... Don't come in here!
I don't even know what happens when it's three-headed. Ultimate Blue Eyes White. That's almost frightening.
Well, you know, he probably does it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he did it, considering how he's in love with the fucking dragon to begin with.
So wait. If you're using fusion or polymerization, and you're doing that, are you a couple, or is that an orgy? How's that work?
Oh my god! Oh, are you a couple? Oh my god, that will be the...
What? Because, it's Seto Kaiba, it's Blue Eyes White Dragon, but with three heads, but he's fused from three different dragons, so... Is that really one? What if polymerization breaks off midway? What happens?
Oh my god, I love your brain. I absolutely love your brain. See this? This right here. This is why we work. This is why you are.
Why we work.
Yes. When our minds work together, like I said, whenever we're doing we do not fuse. When our minds combine, we form Captain fucking Planet. I mean, that's just a given. I mean, like, is it a couple or an orgy? That was fucking.
Get back, the fact questions that we need answers to.
Yeah.
Just ask.
What about it, Konami? Are you gonna answer a question? You fucking bastards. Pieces of shit. You ruined Contra for me. And you ruined everything else for me. Bastards.
No.
we should put Konami in the Yamalock. Oh, yeah. I would love to see that. Oh.
Their evil might be too powerful for that.
Oh, really? Remember, hey, we discussed how the Yamalock overpowers it. No.
That's how Yamalock works, but look what Konami's been doing to other things. They might have the advantage.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Sashomaru and a Burger King.
It just seems like it's the most unexpected thing. Like, I could somewhat see him in an Olive Garden. It's decently fancy enough.
Why
and I don't
Garden?
feel... And it's decently fancy enough. Like, he would be intrigued. Like, he'd be like, okay, there are tables. We can eat indoors. All right. McDonald's is too budget. Because at the same time, Sashomaru's going to look at that and be like, it's tacky, I don't want to touch it. Burger King, it's moderately okay. The food seems pleasable. And then it says that he can have it his way. So he's not going to argue about that. So he goes there. It makes sense.
Dude, you should see my face right now. I'm red as a fucking cherry. I can sort of see him at an Olive Garden because it's
He could enjoy tonight. He would like to sit and have a nice dinner. So he could tolerate Olive Garden. He'd be like, okay, there's a waiter. It's cool. Burger King, you're up talking to some kid. And you're over there watching him make your fries. Like, it's like right there. I don't feel like he's gonna feel all upscale.
Oh my god, fully agree. You have made your case, sir. You win. You win. There's no, like, I don't even remember what I was, wait, what was, oh yeah, like the master, no. Kaiba Master Band, that has nothing on your show. You win, my friend. You absolutely win that. I bow to, I got nothing left. I got nothing left. There's no, breadsticks. More breadsticks.
Oh. Ren's over there eating unlimited pasta.
Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, tears coming down. Oh my god, dude. You win. Congratulations. Claim your trophy.
Feel like you can have it. It's fine.
Oh shit. And on that note, it was like there's like if we, like I fear if we continue on like then the podcast will start to go sour. I think this is a good way to end.
This is where we need to wind down. Sashomaru at a Burger King, yeah. That's how you end the night.
I wonder what would Sashomaru eat? I'm leaning more towards the Big King XL. Or the
Chicken fries.
Or wait, no. Come out of left field. A spicy chicken sandwich.
I still think it's chicken fries. Because he can eat and still fight.
Yeah, no. Again, you win. Like the chicken fries. You can't go wrong with chicken fries neither. They are objectively...
Because he usually uses that one finger whip attack. So he could just be sitting there doing it and just eating the chicken fries. It'd be cool. Doesn't even have to break in sweat. Just like, yep.
Yes.
Dipping the whole way.
Agreed. Oh my god, like that chicken fry. God damn it, now I want to fucking grab some chicken fries. You motherfucker! Oh man. God, it's been so long since I had those chicken fries. Oh yeah, I'm definitely grabbing some chicken fries. But anyway.
I just getting the craving.
I know, right? That being said, I think now is a good time to end the podcast of Doom. You take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the Slab Lounge. Later on.